Is that good, Kato?
Oh, and then you just squeeze it.
Welcome, it's been a while. Today we're going to play with some toys from China. Oh no, not these. This is some, I can't remember what that is. Okay, I've been away on a trip for a while, so I think 3 weeks, and I did 4,500 miles driving with the dog. I had the drone, a little story about that. Happy Christmas, Yuletide, whatever you call, bribing your kids to like you for a short while, I don't know. Yeah, the drone, so I was filming some pretty cool action shots over the mountains, and I brought it in really close, like the safest place possible. And I went full retard. Just bring it into land. It was literally like 5 foot high. It went bump, and then I thought it was okay, minimal damage. My fault, I think. I looked in the menu, and one of the options that said it shouldn't shut down when you go full retard was in the correct area, but I don't know. So I sent it back. Didn't really want to argue. To save you all the anxiety I have, the glory of YouTube is I've got a replacement, which is awesome. They were super quick. I think they just sent a brand new one back, which in the controller is bad news, because if you watch my recent video, how do you even turn this on? It's been a while. Yeah, we got that back. But now it's like it's playing a Christmas tune, which is weird because it's just a buzzer in there. So I don't know why it's changing tone, maybe because I'm rotating it. They gave me back my gimbal mount, which I sprayed, but there was another one in there, but it's exactly the same, they've not updated it. In the previous video I made this 2 amp charger for the car, so I used that solid on the trip, well, until I crashed my drone. And brilliant, perfect. And to be honest, when you're driving between places, I just plug it in as soon as I got back in the car, and it was always fully charged by the time I jumped out the car again. Okay, so also all these bits arrived. So these were I didn't order my Mavic was Mavic only. And then because I thought it'd be faster, and I think it was a bit faster, so I got the hub. Now the hub doesn't really include anything, all it is an adapter so you can plug 4 batteries in to the existing cable. And then it must have something in that monitors when each one's full, and it rotates them. So yeah, on the back of this it says it's limited to 6 amps. We could try that straight away now actually. Let's pull the battery out. Okay, so we got a brand new battery, and they generally come, they're like 20 or 30%. Okay, so that's punched into my bench now, and it's fine on that voltage. So it will rotate, it'll do one at a time. Now my bench is set at 13.06 volts. And it's limited to 6 amps, which this hub says it is. So what we'll do is we'll turn the amps up. So we can see here, move this lead out of the way. We can see it's dropped a little bit from the 13.06 to 12.8, and it's at 6 amps. So if we try and push the current up, and we'll see if the charging fails. So it's charging at 6.6, 6.9, 7.1. Still charging, and that's all she's going to go to. So that's my bad. I didn't see. You can see there as we were going up. If we go back down again, we hit 7.1, and it went from current limited to volt limited. So now we can push the voltage up. So we really want to get to 8 amps, that's like the 100 watt charger mark. And that's what the battery's shot down from. And we can see there, it's still charging. From this, we're at 13.1 volts, 8 amps. So this hub will do whatever the batteries will do, and the batteries will do up to 8.2 amps or something. So I normally charge these at 8 amps. The hub will do 8 amps, and that's great for me. So the hub, it's great, it says 6 amps on the back, but it does 8 amps. And I'll leave this charging in the background just in case it does this timeout. It's like, whoa, what's going on here? Anyway, I was looking at the charging of this remote. I mean, this remote's dead as hell. It's rare. I've got this lead I found, and I think it's Apple because it's got their little knobble in it. It makes you try and buy their products. This is an old one, but it's quite funny. So these things are brilliant. If you've got, I'll link it. I can't remember our prices. They're really cheap. But if you've got loads of different USB cables or whatever, Apple cables, whatever, and different wall sockets. If you plug one of these in, you can see that some of the wall sockets, they will vary the voltage. You know, some of them really restrict the ampage. So you may have a really good high voltage charger and your phone will support it, but your cable doesn't support the ampage, and you wouldn't even know. You would just think it's charging fast, and it isn't. So you grab one of these and you can really see. So this thing's really cool, and what we can do with the Mavic charger is, because it's USB powered, so we can plug this guy in and see how much. Just a little test that I thought to do. So it's charging at 5 volts, 0.9 amps. Focus, damn it, focus. Yeah, so we can see there it's charging at almost an amp at 5 volts. That's what it's pulling. But it could be the cable. So that cable, the cable we're using, is up to 1.1 amp. So a little bit better. A little bit better. Almost like 15-20% better. It's going to charge faster. Then we'll try this cable. You see on the back of here it actually says 2 amps. So I could do that with my bench supply, but trying to get that out of a USB is not the easiest. There we go, so that cable. So I'm using the standard DJI wall charger here just for reference. I do have some like super USB chargers. So with that cable we've gone up to 1.4 amps and 5 volts. So that's why these are really useful. You can find the cables in your house that are all good or not. I mean, if you're just doing like data or something, you may not care. But if you're going to charge, if you want the fastest charging solution, if you've got a battery bank that do high amps, some of them do 3.5 amps, you want to test your cables. You don't trust whatever they say. Okay, on to this little boy. This is a variety show. It's a Christmas variety show. So I broke my phone just the day before I left on holiday, and I had this screen protector that they sold me. And it doesn't cover the screen. They said because it's filleted on the edges, but it goes nowhere near the fillets even. And it's like the 2 words they sell it on, screen protector or screen cover, doesn't cover the screen. It should have been partial screen cover. So I just stuck this cover on to try and hold my phone together while I was traveling. And that'll be another video. I've ordered the parts. I found a replacement screen on a Chinese site. I think it was Banggood, which was the cheapest. And I've reordered. These are all sealed because it's watertight. Sony's have been watertight for 6-7 generations. And so I'll have to pull it apart, redo this. That'll be another video anyway. Okay, so this guy's really what the video's about. It came from China. It's quite a while for it. And I thought it's quite interesting that it's got the current limiter on it. And it also said it could do step up and step down. So this would be ideal if we wanted something that could be like a switch. The voltage is too low, it'll step up to 13.1, or if it's too high, it'll step it down to 13.1. And then this one was one I found first that has a current limit on it, so I thought, oh, that's brilliant, because it's just like the other one. I know it works, I could put a fan on it, and this will be a good 8 amp 100 watt charger. This guy would be the ultimate if it could do a switch, so when the battery's on, battery's off. You know, where to flatten your car battery when it's off, and then it'll still work when the ignition's on too. Okay, so now we've got this little boy wired up to my bench power supply. And the other battery finished without problem, so it ran the 8 amps until it got down to its cut down at the end, and it went down to 6, 3, 2.5, whatever. And this guy's hooked up to my bench power supply. At the moment it's just on 13 volts and it's reading 12. So what I'm going to do is put it at the higher range. Okay, so now the input is, I'll just show you what that's coming in at actually. So yeah, 14.8 as it says on the bench power supply, so we'll put that back in the output. So we can tweak this up to 13.1. So that's like basically we were running the other one, but we've got a current limiter on here, which I also need to put in to, I actually can do that now, I can limit that. So we need a draw, so I've got this battery which is flat. Okay, so what we have here is we have now to test the current, or to set the current with the pot, is I've put the meter in line, changed it over to current on amps, and then I fed that through, and I'm going to use this battery. You see it's only saying 0.9 amps. That might be because the pot here is limited, so we need to play with that now. There we go. And I want to take this all the way up. Hopefully it goes all the way up before it blows. I'm actually going to put my glasses on. The pot's popping or something at the higher ampages. So we've got 3, we've got a long way to go yet. 4, 5. We've got 8 amps on now, 7.9 will do. And it's charging. The name of science is I'm just going to leave it on and I'm going to put my heat camera on it, as I like to do, and I'll speed it up, and then I think these will get too hot with 8 amps going through it. We'll see. Okay, we've got that on there. We will plug it in and turn it on and it should start charging, hopefully. So there we go, it's doing 7.5 amps. And we should see things start heating up a little bit. Okay, so it's on its rundown now. So that you can see up here the ampage will get a lot less, so we're down to 2.3 amps. And this guy will not be getting any hotter. So that's quite a good device. It got up to like 40 degrees, which I think is fine. I mean, you can touch that, and that's just on the heat sinks too. The next thing I'm going to do with this, another video, will be try and have it so I can detect the input and switch the potentiometers. So if it's at 12.5 volts-ish, with the ignition off on your car, you can basically have the potentiometer set differently than if the voltage is reading 14.8 volts. And that would be pretty cool. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.